Okay, we are going along on the flip side of our test today, and a few people have participated. I thank Aaron, I thank WeWake, and I also thank Andrew, who is also commenting on the outside. I think they're watching in YouTube, but we're also like streaming to the VCP plugin, and apparently the live stream is continuing from
earlier.
From this, yeah, that's the same one is continuing right there. So how they work that out, I don't know, but I really want to come back here to see the playback of this one and figure out how.
That's interesting, considering I never got an announcement.
Now let me see something. It could be. I'll go ahead and freeze that for a second, but it's telling me that we're live. It's saying live. It doesn't say recorded. So apparently, it looks like it's actually taking this live stream and feeding it to the website. I don't know how Lightstream and YouTube are going to stack these two videos from the first one we did to the second one, but I guess we'll figure that out. But anyway, we figured out the problem with Lowell's microphone and listening facility, and we got to figure it out. So the three of us are all in the film right now, and the way I have this set up is as if I was interviewing Lowell Ann. She's on the right and I'm on the left. And then Tim, as comment wrangler, would be monitoring the comments in the stream. And we have not figured out the last step, and that is to how to display comments. We know how to retrieve them, but we do not know how to display them as a screen share. So screen sharing is going to be an issue when it comes to that. If it was built into the camera, that'd be nice. But anyway, we're completing the test for now, and I'm about 95% happy with what we were trying to accomplish today. Decent quality, decent look, and as you can see, the facility is such that we can build any piece of artwork that we want to. And I see that I've got a slippage of one piece, so I'm going to reach over here and put it back where it's supposed to be, which is a pseudo lower third in my. And if we were to make something similar for Lowell Ann, she would have a lower third, or whatever it is that she produced from her side. But we can do this completely in Lightstream to give me the same lower third that I had in my Hangouts in the Lightstream production. So it's totally doable. And it takes Roland, a little bit more.
Are you saying that it's you who determines what everybody else's lower third is?
Yeah, in this case, all I would actually need is if you had a lower third, you could forward me the image, and I could import the image as a feed and plant it right over your picture, so you would look the same way you do in a Hangout.
Yeah,
and you can see mine. You can see mine there. And
no, I don't see a lower third in your picture.
Then that's what it would be done in the finished product of the video, but not in the monitoring from where you are in the green room.
Oh.
I'm assuming that that's the case. Plus, Tim's saying something, and I assume that he's talking to people.
I had my mic off because Isaac was telling me something a while ago. Okay. So, with the live stream over here, monitor, if that were working, then we'd be able to see that our lower third or overlay or whatever was there.
Yeah, now let me go ahead and monitor it or look at the monitoring. Yeah, it's in the final production. I can see my image on the left, your image on the right, Tim's smaller thumbnail on below, and my lower third is showing. So in the production, it assembles everything for the final video. Not bad anyway. You know, we'll have to get used to a few things and assume a few things when we produce things. And it's really a lot of it is up to the director, whoever's in the actual dashboard of the green room. And
so Roland, I'm seeing on the right-hand side, stream is offline.
I think it's live. I think it's continuing because I'm monitoring it in my website, and we're also talking. So
it is live on YouTube. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, I'm within Lightstream. I'm seeing offline.
So that's probably one of the glitches that Lightstream will be hearing about from every streamer that uses this for a similar purpose, and they'll eventually get that straightened out because it's a mismonitoring. So I guess we'll go ahead and end this pretty soon. Anyone else have anything to add with what we're experiencing here?
I'm just trying to see if I can type. Oh, here, just give me.
And have you been to the website, the DIY live streaming show website, to see what it looks like, Luann?
No.
Let me send this to you. So
yeah. So
while we're in agreement,
I have figured out how to do the guest chat. Can you see it?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Above yours, there's a little arrow that you may have to hit to open the chat area above the stream output, Roland.
Just make sure I've got it. Is that what you're talking about?
It's the little chat like we have internally in Google Hangouts.
Yeah, I made a comment. Did you see it?
No. Might be some delay.
Okay.
I see little lands.
Yeah.
I see little lands. I see a chat from Andrew Hatchett. Now, how does that happen? Is that recording?
You're out on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm inside my dashboard. This is all happening live chat in the dashboard. So what this actually records is what's happening in YouTube.
Yeah, when you chat, it sends it out. When we chat, it sends it back and forth inside.
Well, that's strange because I'm reading Andrew Hatchett's comments next to mine.
Yeah, because are you sure you're not looking at stream chat and not private chat?
Dude, I'm inside the green room. I'm looking at the right-hand side of my green room. There's the monitor of what we're producing, stream output below the green room, and then stream chat. Oh, there's stream chat and live chat. How about that? So it's monitoring both.
Yes.
But it's not giving me an opportunity for stream chat whatsoever. It's going with the live chat. It defaults to live chat.
It's because you're running the show. You're the producer.
Well, okay, we'll be like that. Now, I assume that you're right, but I don't know why it should be different.
This is guest chat so that we talk amongst one another without disturbing you during the production.
Yeah. So I under stream chat, I see nothing.
Yeah, just like the stream output. So stream chat, which is what if we went to the YouTube page we would see and do see for the live chat that's going there, that in the video monitoring is not working as a guest, even if it's working for you internally.
So I'm reasonably sure that what this does is if I'm running the show from the green room dashboard as is, I'll be able to see what's going on in YouTube and then comment like a live
exactly just
ongoing
like you were
commentary,
doing a live
communicating with the audience. But it's not real helpful to me if I want to drive people to my website. Then it's back to the same thing that the YouTube comments disappear anyway. But it is set up for monitoring live comments, and it's also set up for apparently some pay opportunity from the chat stream. So it's all integrated with YouTube in that respect too. I probably won't ever use it, but it's nice to know that it's all built in.
Yeah, like I said, I think it has to do with the fact that it's on because you're the administrator.
I'm sure it is. But the funny thing is that you guys would have a view that I don't. Being the person monitoring the overall event, I should have a viewpoint of everything going on, not just...
Yeah, you should have what we have is called a private guest chat.
Yeah.
And if I can't have access to that...
Have that. you don't have one above stream output that's maybe a little drop down up there or something?
Not that I can see.
Okay.
I have green room stream output, which is the video itself, and I have stream chat, which if I hit the downward arrow, it all just defaults to. Wait a minute.
I would think green room would give you the chat that we're using for private guest chat.
Because the first time I came on, Roland, there was a message up there in the private guest chat from you.
Yeah.
Like way back at the very beginning of all of this.
It could be because we went live, it changes that. But the one thing that I'm reasonably clear on is that all the commenting in that column right now is only with the YouTube chat. So I do have a funny thing that's called pop-out chat. Let's see what happens. Oh, so the whole chat pops out completely.
Oh.
Yeah, just like the pop out on the YouTube site. That's interesting.
So I have that.
So you can move that to a different screen if you need.
Yeah, so I'm going to restore it. I'm just going to bring it back in because it doesn't matter. But that was basically very interesting, though. I think they've got a lot of great things going on, but it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But didn't they all, We had to get used to Hangouts on air. And look how long it took them to iron out all the details with that.
Yep.
So what, Roland? I still haven't figured out how to set the scenes up within. So
I'll take you.
What I was wanting to do was do my intro plus music, then the live stream, and then the outro plus music.
Now I haven't tried it yet, but apparently you're allowed to upload video clips of up to 200 megs. So what will happen is you can store these videos and have them in queue. And as you're starting your show, you can do like an intro, and then you can push a button, so to speak, with whatever their clip display is, and play an entire video with sound incorporated, and then fade out of that and then go on to your live broadcast. Interjecting a video.
So then that would mean you'd need to have a PowerPoint that allows for sound as well. And that Google doesn't do that.
Or you just make a video. You just actually make a video and run a video clip, not a PowerPoint, but a video clip. And in a video clip, of course, you can input sound and have the whole thing incorporated.
You can make your slideshow by taking grabbing each slide and putting it in a video frame, and have that frame show so many times, and then the frame switches to your next slide.
Well, I actually tried it both ways. I tried just doing a screen share to my slides, and then there seemed to be some difficulty there. So then I thought, well, maybe it would make sense to just take each individual slide and put it in as a
frame in the video.
No, just to move from one slide to another from within Lightstreams.
Now I think that
no, I was thinking along the line of you do it in your video editors.
Right, but I don't think she does that. And the other thing is that I think that you can export from PowerPoint. I'm not sure about doing it in slides, but I think that you can do it in slides too. And that is to take your slideshow and turn it into a video. And then if you do that, you still have to deal with the sound. But in an editor, you can also add sound. So you could always export it as a video and then add sound to the video. And I could show you how to do that, but there's a bare minimum video editor that you would have to find from somewhere.
So I think there's a Windows movie editor or something.
There was, but I doubt that you can get it
still
anymore.
there's there you can get a movie maker that will convert a slideshow to a movie, and it is free, and you get it through Windows 10.
Yeah, I have it.
You use it, you grab it in the Windows Store.
Yeah,
I see.
I have it. But I've got a slide presentation open right now. So view, where would it be? Download as PowerPoint, ODB, PDF, plain, JPEG, PNG, scalable vector graphics.
Yeah, those are, depending on what you want to do with it, on what you download it as. In your case, you want to download it as a PowerPoint because Movie Maker will recognize it as a valid slideshow.
Okay. So yeah, my problem is I have an old version of PowerPoint that doesn't allow you to add the sound. So I would have to do it from Movie Maker.
Yes. But that takes, the nice thing about it is Movie Maker would take that PowerPoint and make it into frames so that it ran with your soundtrack all in one, save it as a video that you could then import into the stream here.
And then edit also. You could
edit it as well.
Tighten it up or make it longer or extend frames or whatever you want to. That's how I used to make.
We're getting there.
There's a fancier way to do it, but the learning curve is not real friendly.
Well, one thing that I might drop on you, and I know that saying that $30 is a really good price for something is still, $30 is $30. But there's a sale on Sony Vegas 14 right now that you can get, and Sony Vegas is what I use. It's pretty good for $29, and
it's fairly simple.
And it's fairly simple. It's very powerful and fairly simple.
But because the next step I could opt,
it's a full-on editor.
Vegas.
It's a full-blown video editor, just like Adobe Premiere.
Oh, I see.
I can get you one that's as big and powerful as Adobe Premiere for free, but like Adobe Premiere, it's got a big learning curve because it's
What are you talking about, DaVinci?
That's designed for actual cinematic.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Don't do DaVinci. Don't do it.
The free version isn't as powerful as the paid version.
Yeah, but even the free version is almost impossible to learn. That's
why I say the learning curve is up there with Premiere, and it's just.
But Sony Vegas is good.
It's simple. It's an excellent choice if you're not going to be doing any heavy editing.
And normally it's $50 on up, but right now it's $29.
Oh.
So I would say it's really worth the investment if you were even thinking about getting into any editing. And it's not so hard to learn because they've got YouTube videos on it all over the place. And you're only going to use the basic things anyway. Yeah, but after you get used to it, it's like, why didn't I do this a year ago or 2 years ago? But back then it was $50. Right now it's not special.
Yes,
I don't know how much I need that much. If I can find a way to take a PowerPoint and put the music to it and be able to bring it into this, all I need is an intro and an outro.
Yeah,
there is another way.
What other way?
Are we live?
We are not only live, we are apparently recording this for posterity. So cuss all you want.
You're a friendly neighborhood tech guy?
Finish your statement.
Remember Lowland, the database on your website? I can do your video for you out of PowerPoint the same way. Out of Google Slides. All you got to do is share the slideshow. We can do that kind of arrangement. But I think it's simple enough. I could probably just do it and give it to you.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind learning how to do it.
Well,
Because I might want to change my intro.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about what we do with slideshows, and I've reverted to having Tim run the slideshow and me just play the music on the beginning of my Smarties episode, is because I can take my time and edit it in the middle of the night, change all the text, change the images, and do all that stuff fast and simple in PowerPoint, and then let him push the buttons, and I can do it quickly and for every single show. And it's standardized enough so I don't have to worry about it. Short and sweet, doesn't take too much time, gets the point across, and lets me get on with the show. And reasonably easy to execute. I just found that trying to develop the screen share at the beginning of the show after I do a verbal intro was a little bit too much. Like, coming up next on Saturday Morning Marketing Smarties, and try to push all the buttons. So this way he pushes the button and he's all ready to go before I get there. And so that helped out. That was a smooth thing.
Yeah, if they would allow that kind of ability, if they have that kind of screen share ability, at least planned, that, because I think in today, at least the producer has to have the ability to screen share somebody else's screen, if nothing else.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's really key in Hangouts that we are able to have a screen share that we can go wherever we want and say, hey, we've got this website over here that we got to show you something, and put it into a production of a show like that, you know. And if we can do that, then our screen share opportunity with comments is solved. But they don't have that in Lightstream yet. But I think it might be coming down the pipe.
It's limited to the producer, so you can't have someone else do that screen share of the slideshow for you either.
Right. So either way, I have to choose the scenes that I'm showing. But we'll see. We'll see what they come up with.
Well, and I guess the question will be, will there be some way to integrate the VCP into, so that all you need is one screen to manage everything?
Well, the VCP events plugin will never be that powerful because it's really geared towards a beginner starting out and being able to produce a really good show without any kind of investment.
Yeah.
And we'll specialize in getting people started. And then if they get good enough about it, then they'll want to upgrade to something more professional than that. But a lot of times, if they get good at it, they're not going to need better than that.
Yeah, it's true.
They're not going to need it, but if they wanted to, they could always advance. But what I like is that it's a good step into a decent production. It's the minimum you need for maximum impact. I mean, the bottom line is if you produce well with the VCP events plugin, you're going to have pretty good impact.
Yeah.
You're going to have pretty good production. You do need an assistant. It's not a solo thing for one person.
I know.
But the one thing that you can do, because I do it on Friday, is I start the show, I have the comment stream there, and I talk to the people in the comment stream. I don't chat back at them or anything, but I chat verbally, and I include acknowledgement and a conversation with the people in the chat stream. So that's really good. That's good stuff. And so when you're doing a live, like a Q&A or something like that, the Q&A, the questions and so forth will be right there in the comment stream, and your video supplies the answers. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty effective. And it's, at least in YouTube, you know, YouTube doesn't save the chat. Well, the VCP events plugin does.
It does, yeah.
So I still think that there's some value there. And maybe I'm hung up on something that I don't need, but having this in my own website to me is very important still. So we'll see.
I agree.
Okay, well, if we can live that on to the next generation, it'll be a miracle. Because right now,
you've got too many people saying you don't need a website because of social media, because they're still thinking, they're not realizing they're on rented property and the landlord has the right to change the rules without talking to you.
One of the biggest misnomers of this decade is that you don't need a website. And you don't need a website for what we used to need a website for. but you still need a website. And
yes, you do. I agree.
It's like if you don't have a website, maybe you can have some success anyway. But if you have a website, you can be one step more professional than if you did not. And I don't think that there's
exponentially increasing potential with your own website.
Well, and the other nifty thing now, I'm in the process of redesigning some things, and I want to present a way to do everything for free. So, you know, I mean, there are lots of people who need a website, but they don't know how to go, you know, find all the pieces. But now you can use Google Site.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there isn't anything that you can't do for free.
Although you can't use a WordPress plugin with Google Sites, but you can do everything else. And the thing about it is a WordPress website's only $100 a year overall. I mean, and even under it, because a hosting can be about $70, and then your domain, like $85 a year, are your bare minimum costs to have WordPress in a hosting site.
But if you're just starting out, and you need to be able to do, you know, a video and have just maybe a one-page website and all. I mean, Google Site is just fine.
I'm wondering, I haven't had a chance to look because I haven't made the jump to Suite yet, but is that basically an upgrade from Blogger?
Blogger is the same thing that it always was. Was bought by Google a lot of years ago, and Blogger was used to support all of the facilitators and some of the comment systems in Google. So you'll still see a lot of the comments from Google, Plus and stuff still ricochets over to the Blogger servers.
It'll say blogger.google still. Yep.
Right. They'll tell you. And
now,
they may never change that.
I've just discovered. I needed to cough, and there's no place here where I can mute myself.
Yeah. There's no personal muting. Yes.
Ah.
So another thing, we need to be making a list of these little tweaks.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, you know. So, you know, ultimately, Google Hangouts had a lot of stuff going for it when they set up. I think they were ahead of their times, and what they established a decade ago still is important stuff.
It's true. Yeah.
Because I've got mute switches on my end, but it doesn't make sense for you not to have mute switches.
Yeah.
For yourselves. So another thing we got to hit up Mitchell for. So, folks, I think I've about exhausted the research that I can do.
Okay.
I wanted to say thank you for Andrew for being out there and commenting. It really helps to have someone out there and viewing what we have to offer, and your comments as to what you think it looks like, and any suggestions on how to improve our use of this in the presentation would be helpful. One thing to know is that we can resize screens accordingly. Like if I wanted to change a few things, for instance, if it would help if they stay where they are, I'll remove my green screen there. But if I were to take,
well, say you wanted to present me having that comment up.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, if I wanted to rearrange things, it's very easy to do.
Oh, while you're in live, like it is because Be Live, you can do that too.
I don't know.
The scenes just move around and rechange their position.
I don't like Be Live. It was very uncontrollable. In this situation, I have control over exactly what I want to do. It's not as smooth as silk, but yet it does what I want it to do. So that's why I like this.
Tim, there's a message here from Mitchell. I sent him your email, but it sounds like he's waiting for you to send it. It says, we'll be awaiting Tim's explanation.
Okay, you got to get back to Mitchell then.
Okay.
I'm on the guy's mailing list because I've been hitting him up so much.
I am too. But isn't that interesting? So you guys can't see the text box or the chat I've got going with Mitchell.
No, I'd have to open my own.
No. That's exclusive to your computer. That's
I have not received an email from him as yet.
No, but if you just get into Lightstream and go to the 24/7 help, you can just say, Mitchell, this is Tim who is working with Lowell Ann, and he'll know who you are.
Where do you start typing?
Well, just click on it and find out.
Well, I clicked the 24-hour help, and it says new conversation. I guess I got to use it. And I guess it goes from there. Okay.
When you sign in, eventually you'll get an email from Mitchell. It says, welcome. Well, how can I help you?
And
I got that little box with the chat, but it came up with this little chat.
No, I got an email from him.
I never got an email.
I did.
Quit your whining and talk to the guy.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying, maybe that's why. It's because I never got an email.
Sure. Okay, so
it happened on a couple other things that Isaac got an email and I didn't get an email. So
right.
Okay, I'm going to end this because we're talking gibberish right now, and it's really not worth recording all of it. So
that makes sense to me.
We'll stick around in the green room and see what happens when I shut this off. See what the chat stream does and all this stuff. So counting down 3, 2, 1. Here we go.